يا أمة الإسلام بشرى لن يطول بك الهوان قد لاح فجرك باسما فلترقبي ذاك الزمان.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu and Ramadan Mubarak. Welcome to my new series 30 Dreams in 30 Nights. Inshallah, over the next 30 days I will be sharing some fascinating and wonderful dreams. Some of these are dreams that I had, some of these are dreams that others that I know had. They're dreams of people that were in prison, there were dreams of people that have lost children, there are dreams of people that have died, there are dreams foretelling future events, and there are some dreams of prophets in there as well. Please do remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications bell so that you know whenever a new video is posted. And please, if you benefit from this and these videos, please do like them, leave a comment, even if it's to say, you know, Alhamdulillah or thank you, something like that. And share this content, because YouTube, then it trips the algorithm and YouTube shows it to many more people. So please do like, comment and share if you find it beneficial. Okay, so today's video is just going to be an introduction about dreams, a short introduction about dreams in Islam. Okay, so what are the three types of dream? The three types of dream are, as mentioned in a hadith narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. The first type of dream is what is, you may call, the musings of the mind. So things that are going around in your mind and then you're seeing them in the night. The majority of dreams, they come into this category. So you could find yourself, if you're engrossed in reading a particular book and then you see something about that book in a dream, or you watch a film and then later that night you see scenes from that film, or you're in that film. I mean, those are dreams that they don't really have any meaning to them. So the majority of dreams, they come into that category, just the musings of the mind. Whatever is in your mind, that's what you see. The next type of dream is what is known in Arabic as ru'ya, a vision. And this is a special dream in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to communicate something to you. And that is something for which you should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the third type of dream is a distressing dream known as a nightmare. Distressing dreams can sometimes also be warnings, or they can be where shaitan is scaring you and there's no meaning to it, and he's trying to you know, he's just in the dream, he's trying to scare you. So these are the three types of dream. Abu Hurairah reported that the Prophet ﷺ said that the most truthful of you will have the most truthful dreams. And then he mentioned that dreams are of three types: a good vision from Allah, a distressing nightmare from the shaitan, and musings of the mind. So these are the three types of dream that commonly people have. Some thoughts about dreams. The first one is, don't take any religious rulings or instructions from dreams, because the religion of Islam is complete. It ended with the death of the Prophet ﷺ. So using dreams to make up and change religious rulings, those are from the shaitan. So if you're a religious scholar and you see a dream saying that, okay, now you don't have to pray Maghrib anymore, then that is a false dream and that is from the shaitan. Don't act upon it. Dreams are a way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala communicating to you. He wants to communicate something to you. So you can't take religious rulings from dreams. Hey, I saw a dream and we should, you know, I'm going to like our community should do this, for example. It's a way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala communicating something to you. It can be dangerous to act upon dreams. For example, there was a man by the name of Juhayman al-Utaybi, may Allah forgive him and have mercy upon him, who was a young Saudi Arabian man, and in 1979 or around that time, he began to see a number of dreams that he was the Mahdi, and the Mahdi is an individual that will come at the end of time. He began to see a number of dreams that he was the Mahdi, and then other people close to him were also seeing dreams that he's the Mahdi. And then what they decided to do is, I think it was during the Hajj season, they smuggled in weapons in funeral like coffins, and they transported weapons, and they went into the Masjid al-Haram, the mosque in Mecca where the Kaaba is, and about 60 or 70 of them, they began shooting, and they took over the mosque, and they laid siege to the mosque where no one was allowed in or out, and apparently they were protecting the mosque so that people could come and give their allegiance to him because he's the Mahdi. Eventually French special forces came and they had to retake the mosque, and they killed, I think a number of them were killed, and the ones that were not killed were caught and they were executed. There's you can read up about that if you want to, but the point being is, he did this, he caused harm to a lot of people because of dreams that he had, and he acted upon them, that Allah is trying to tell me that I'm the Mahdi, and this is what I'm going to do. It's one thing acting upon a dream that you have, oh, maybe I should plant a tree, or maybe I should do this, and it's another thing acting upon a dream that affects other people, and that you have to be very careful and very very cautious about. So it can be very dangerous to act upon dreams. The second point I wanted to make is that dream interpretation is something which is not a layman's thing. It's more complicated than just picking up an encyclopedia or going on Google and saying, what does this mean? And it can actually be quite dangerous. It's important, for example, when you're interpreting a dream for someone, that you know the context of their life. What do different things mean? So sometimes meanings inside dreams, they have opposite meanings. So you see someone, they die. That doesn't then necessarily mean that person will die. Maybe they will come to life. I mean, maybe they will, if they are sick, then maybe they'll become better. Or you may see someone has died, but they don't actually die. Someone else that they know dies, for example. So dreams can have different meanings. They can have opposites. It's not as straightforward as just opening an encyclopedia and seeing this is what it means. It's important to know the context of the person and of their life. Now, not every dream has a meaning. Often I'll have people that will come to me and they'll relate to me long, lengthy dreams which appear to just be things that are going on in their mind, and I'll say to them, I'll listen, and then I'll say to them, do you know what that dream means? And they'll say, yes. What does it mean? I'll say, it means that you slept well last night. So dreams don't always have a meaning. So dreams don't always have a meaning. Just a caveat, I am not a dream interpreter, so please do not share your dreams with me and ask me to interpret them, because I am not a dream interpreter and I don't know your life circumstances or the context of what's going on in your life. So I thought I would put that in there. The second thing that I wanted to say is, being a spiritual and truthful person makes it more likely that you will have dreams that come true. The most truthful of you are the ones who will have the most truthful dreams, like in that hadith that I mentioned earlier. What are the times where you may see a good vision, a good dream? What are the times and circumstances in which you may see that? So there's certain times, like in one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said that the truest dreams, the truest visions are before Fajr, just before Fajr, in that last third of the night. So the truest dreams come just before Fajr. And also you will find that you see dreams depending on what is happening in your life. If you're going through a trial or a hardship or a calamity, if you suffered the loss of someone has died, if you're about to make a major life decision, for example getting married, and some people say that choosing a life partner is the biggest decision that you will make in your life, you may have some dreams around that. some dreams regarding you're involved in a dispute with someone. It could be a financial dispute, it could be a family dispute. So often when you're suffering or in some sort of pain, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses dreams in order to restore your hope or to give you some guidance in matters where you are confused. A caveat about istikhara. Istikhara, people think that before I'm about to make a decision, I should pray Salatul Istikhara and then I should keep on doing it until I see a dream, and that dream will tell me what is the course of action that I should take. And that's actually wrong. That's an incorrect understanding. Sometimes you might see a dream with istikhara, but more often than not, what happens is that you intend to do an action. You decide that, okay, should I buy the red car or the blue car? You do your research, you ask people, everyone tells you, we think the red car is better. Then just before you're about to buy the red car, you make istikhara and you go ahead and you buy the red car. Then it may happen that on your way to buy the red car, it sells out, or there's some other problem, you can't transfer the money for the payment, and as a result, you're not able to buy it. That course of action was the result of your istikhara. But istikhara doesn't, sometimes you may see a dream, a clear dream, but you don't have to see a dream when it comes to istikhara. So the key thing about dreams is when you need a vision, when you need this dream to restore your hope, when you need Allah to send you a dream like that, He will send it to you. He knows what is happening in your life. He knows the circumstances, the trials that you're going through. I remember in brothers who were in Guantanamo Bay, they told me that there was a point they were having so many dreams that were coming true. They were seeing prophets, and I don't just mean the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They're seeing Isa alayhi salam, and they're seeing Musa alayhi salam. They're seeing different prophets. They're seeing world events that come true. I remember one of them who had access to no TV, no newspapers, no radio. One of them saw a dream that, hey guys, I saw a dream that a black man became the president of the USA, and they've had access to no source of information, but he's seen this dream, and then that's what happened. Or I saw that there's going to be an earthquake or a natural disaster. It became so common that the brothers in Guantanamo Bay were seeing dreams that were coming true, that the authorities, that they actually banned it and they made it a disciplinary offense to share your dream. So if you share your dream to someone, then it became a disciplinary offense, and then you'll be put in trouble and you'd have to go into segregation or isolation. They were seeing dreams about people that are about to be released. Hey, I saw such and such brother, he's going to be released next week, and that would happen. So the authorities were so freaked out by it that they made it into an offense. Even regarding myself, in prison, I saw many, many, many dreams about my future. I saw things that I would do, people that I would meet. I saw how much time I would spend in prison, what would happen. I saw geopolitical events taking place before they happened. I saw natural disasters before they took place, and I'll be sharing a dream about one of them. I saw the outcomes of my case. I saw the outcomes of other people's cases. I saw births, people that were about to be born, people that were about to be married, people that were became religious or began to wear the hijab, for example, people that died, people that were going to die, and people after they had died. I saw many, many of these dreams. I don't see any dreams like that now, because at that time I saw them when I actually needed those dreams in order to restore my hope and for Allah to give me sabr and to make me steadfast. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send you those dreams when you most need it. So you find that people that are suffering more, they tend to see more dreams. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps restoring their hope by means of these dreams. How do you know if you've seen a good dream and what to do? First of all, when you wake up, you will remember that dream. So a lot of dreams people forget, but you'll wake up and you'll actually remember that dream, and it will make you feel good. It will restore you with hope, and it will make you feel good. And at that time, the thing to do is to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if it's a good dream about your future, ask Allah to make it come true. And here's the key thing: don't mention it to anyone, if you want to mention it to someone, if you must mention it to someone, only mention it to someone who is sincere towards you, who wishes good for you, or someone who knows about these things and you want an interpretation. If you're not sure, don't mention it. If you're not sure, don't mention it. It's really important, and you only mention it to someone who wishes good for you, because if you go to someone who is jealous and they wish bad for you, they could give you a negative interpretation of that, and the dream may come true according to that negative interpretation. And there's a story, maybe someone can share the reference in the comments below, where the Prophet ﷺ had gone out, and Aisha radiallahu anha, she was at home, and a lady came looking for the Prophet ﷺ, and she said he's not here. So Aisha asked that lady that, what is it, can I help? And she said, oh, I had a dream and I wanted him to interpret that dream. So that woman told Aisha that dream, and Aisha said something like, she gave an interpretation of that dream, that if that dream is true, then that means that your husband will leave you, or your child will die, or something like that, something really upsetting and distressing. And when the Prophet ﷺ came home, then Aisha, she told, he asked, did anyone come? And Aisha told her that a lady came, and this is what she said, and this is what I told her. And the Prophet ﷺ said that, oh, if only you had not told her, because maybe the dream may come true like that. And unfortunately, that's what happened to that woman. So if you tell a dream to the wrong person, to someone who is not sincere, who does not wish good for you, they could be jealous towards you, and that dream could come true in that wrong way. We learned that also from the story of Yusuf alayhi salam in Surah Yusuf, where Yusuf alayhi salam saw a dream, and his father, the first thing he said, don't tell this dream to your brothers, because they may plot something against you. They may be jealous again, because he knew that his brothers were not sincere towards him. He said, لا تقصص رؤياك على إخوتك فيكيدوا لك كيدا. Don't tell your dream to your brothers, because they may plot against you. Unfortunately, a lot of hasad and envy and jealousy people suffer is from within their own lives. Unfortunately, a lot of jealousy and envy that people suffer, it's from their own families. So be careful who you share your dream with. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can send you a dream where He is trying to warn you about something, and especially if you see that dream more than once. An example, when it comes to marriage. So you're set on marrying a particular person, but then you're seeing unsettling dreams about that person, and not just you, but people that are close to you and that are sincere towards you are also seeing dreams like that. That could be a sign where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to warn you against something. Inshallah, some of the dreams that I'll be sharing in this series will be ones that were about warnings that were not heeded, and the consequences of them came true. And then you have the type of dream. How do you know if you've seen a nightmare? I think most people know if they've seen a nightmare. You may get up and you're full of fear, you're distressed, you're worried, you're scared. What to do if you see a nightmare, a distressing dream from the shaitan, something horrible with scary faces, or something that he's trying to, clearly there's no warning, someone is just trying to, shaitan is just trying to scare you. Then if you see a dream like that, then seek refuge in Allah from the shaitan. Say A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim, spit over your left shoulder 3 times into the air, not physically spit, and turn over. So if you were on the right hand side, turn over onto the left hand side, and don't mention it to anyone, so inshallah it won't affect you. And this is from hadith, and again, maybe someone can share in the comments, someone can share this reference to what to do if you see a bad dream. Sometimes nightmares can be symptomatic of mental or spiritual problems. By mental problems, you could be suffering from some type of trauma. For example, you had a car accident 15 years ago, and you keep seeing that car accident in your dream. That doesn't mean necessarily it's from the shaitan, but it upsets you, and you wake up in distress. Like when I was assaulted by the police, up until the point that I had therapy, when I was assaulted by the police, I used to see dreams. I would have nightmares where I'm being or I'm being choked until I can't breathe, and then I'd wake up in a panic, or I'm being battered by police officers from all sides, which is what happened in real life, and it would get me up and it would be very unsettling. And then when I had EMDR therapy, then it stopped those dreams, alhamdulillah. So dreams, nightmares can be a type of, it can be a symptom that there is some type of trauma. You may have suffered physical violence as a child, you may have been through war, you may have witnessed a fire, or you may have been involved in an accident, or some traumatic event may have happened to you either in your childhood or early in your life, and you're seeing nightmares about that. Get some help, get some therapy to try and resolve that. EMDR is very good, and it can resolve that, and it can it can really help with that. Or nightmares could be a symptom of a spiritual problem, like black magic. Someone has done black magic upon you, or jinn possession, or evil eye, or something like that. If you're seeing like a black snake, or a black dog, or a black cat in your dream, or you're seeing yourself in a room that you're trapped and you can't get out of, and you're seeing yourself in a like in a tall tower or tall building, and you're falling off it, things like that. Certain types of dreams, they indicate magic or jinn possession. Then get some help and assistance if you're seeing dreams. If you're seeing dreams like that, there's a story, and I'll share the link in the comments or the description below. There's a story in one of my earlier series where this Nigerian revert brother that I met, for 15 years he was having nightmares, horrible dreams he was having almost every night for 15 years. And I told him to make certain du'as and to say the 3 quls and Ayatul Kursi, and there's a certain du'as that the Prophet ﷺ used to say, and certain things he used to do at the time of sleep. I told him to do those, and as a result of those du'as, he made those. And the next day he told me that for the first time in 15 years, I did not have a nightmare. So anyway, this session was a bit long because it's the first introductory session. It's about dreams. That's all I wanted to say today. Inshallah, if you did like this video, please like, comment, share, and please do subscribe to my channel. And inshallah, I hope to see you for the next episode tomorrow, where I'll be sharing the first dream. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا أمة الإسلام بشرى لن يطول بك الهوان قد لاح فجرك باسما فلترقبي ذاك الزمان يا أمة الإسلام بشرى لن يطول بك الهوان قد لاح فجرك باسما فلترقبي ذاك